Sir, coming to this, once the safety precautions of operations of the boiler is completed, then we'll go to the 3.8.3 different types of boilers when not in use. When not in use, I already told whether it's in standby or it is taken into the shutdowns, or we have to take the sudden breakdowns. And if we are not in use, we have to how much what are the safety precautions to be taken care of? What are the potential hazards also to be taken care of with this? Is very important point when they are not in use means. Therefore, coming to this different types of boilers when they are not in use, we again I want to what is called revisit the what is meant by boiler, so that it will remind you once again to go through the different types of boilers. Recall the boiler. A boiler, also known as a steam generators, is specialized appliances that generates heat to warm spaces or produce hot water, or this is a closed vessel or arrangement of enclosed tubes in which water is heated to supply steam to drive an engine or turbine or provide heat. That's what the boiler means. That means whatever the boiler, in the boiler, you are combusting the fuel like a coal or liquefied boiler or electrified boiler and all. It will give a HP steam by boiling the feed water. Therefore, that HP steam is sending to the turbine. Turbine rotor will run. Therefore, the turbine will give a power, and also along with the power, as per the design of megawatts, along with the power, it will give the MP steam pressure, that is medium pressure steam, as well as the low pressure steam, LP steam, for the usage of the process cleanings, process heatings of various chemical industries or where other industries other than chemicals. Therefore, there are two types of turbines. One is single extraction, another is double extraction. Single extraction means taking HP, give the only power and empty steam. Double extraction means not only power by taking the HP steam, not only giving the power, but also MP steam, LP steam, along with the condensate also will be given, where the condensate will be using in a DM plant for getting the feed water clearly. These are the overall structure of the turbines, overall structure of the boiler needs and all. Before going to the types of boilers, what are the some important different types of boilers important is which other than this there are many boilers is there, but many applications are there, but not limited to 11, but many boilers are there, but out of which we can known that industrial steam boilers, industrial hot water boilers, water tube boilers, waste heat recovery boilers, and fire tube boilers, coal-fired boilers, and the oil and gas boilers, the biomass-fired boilers, and the electric boilers, and the gas-fired boilers, as well as oil-fired boilers also there. These are the some different types of boiler. We will discuss the uh, different types of boilers, how the safety precautions to be taken when they are not in use. Before going to that, what are these will help us to organization or take the benefits of these boilers is one is industrial steam boilers. The first boiler type is an industrial steam boiler that are large powerful devices designed to generate steam for various individual process, that is a heat exchanger that makes steam for outside uses and has a combustion chamber and a water container also. These boilers are typically use a combination of water and heat producing fuel to produce high pressure steam. That means the water is going to in the tubes. Heat producing fuel means coal or any other what is called oil, and all these things depends upon this, or gas. Therefore, to produce high pressure steams to send to turbine to get the required power, as well as the other types of steams like MP, LP, and condensate, depending upon the turbine quality or turbine type. The steam generated is then utilized to drive a machinery or to perform. That's why the turbine rotor. Various industries task requiring a significant amount of power. That's what I told. Industrial steam boilers play a crucial role in manufacturing, power generation, and other large-scale industries, providing the energy needed to drive the engines, turbines, and heating system. These are the importance of the steam, industrial steam boilers to drive the turbines and other the heating systems and all. Industrial hot water boilers is second type. Before dishing into when not in use, we'll discuss different types of boilers. It's a essential. That's why I'm discussing this. Industrial hot water boilers. Industrial hot water boilers are robust heating systems designed to produce hot water for large scale applications and apply heat energy to water to create hot water and steam for various industrial applications. These boilers use a combination of fuel and heat exchanger. That means we have to heat exchanger to efficiently heat water, meeting the substantial hot water demands of Indian process. Before going to get the HP steam, we will get only hot water in this. So that by combustion of this fuel, like what is called oil or gas or coal or liquor, whatever the fuel of the boiler is combustion, thereby inside the tube water is getting heated and we'll get the hot water. Only up to hot water will be demanding for the industrial purpose. There is no necessary of the steam to take care of by using more energy in this type of steam boilers. Therefore, it is limited to the hot water. Only that means only the for the various purpose of. Unlike steam boilers that produce steam various uses, industrial hot water boilers especially focus on delivering hot water only, because unlike these steam boilers where the hot water boilers only delivering the hot waters for different applications of the industrial processes. And also this the third one is water tube boilers. Water tube boilers are a type of boilers that uses water that is circulated through tubes that are surrounded by hot combustion of the gases and are distributing by their structure and efficient heat transfer mechanism. That means a boiler tubes is there. Already we shown the picture in the boiler safety in the first class, in the what is called last week class, where in that inside the tube water is going, outside the tubes there the flue gases released after consumption of the boiler fuel. The flue gas heat will be heated the inside the water tube. Thereby we'll get the steam. That's why heat transfer is taken place from flue gas to water tube. That's why water tube means inside the tube water is there. Outside the flue gas, the combustion of the flue gas will be there. In this boiler type, Water circulates through tubes exposed to heat, often generated, that's what I told, by burning the fuel. This design allows for quicker steam generation and efficient heat transfer, unlike pipe tube boilers, where hot gases surrounded by tubes and containing water and water tube reverse this type. That means, unlike this boiler type, there is a water outside, flue gas inside. There is other type of boilers is also there, but that is not used in much applications when compared to water tube boilers. Water tube means inside the tube water is there, outside the fuel consumption of the boiler. Therefore, the fourth one is waste heat recovery boilers is very important area where the recovery of energy in the various energy process and all. The waste heat recovery boilers are specially systems designed to capture and utilize the excess heat generated in the industrial process. This device uses the heat from the waste gases to generate steam or water. That means wherever the gases are released without using going to the atmosphere, that heats. That means you are eating the some dust or eating the some waste in the boiler, thereby getting the heat. That heat is used in the boiler, therefore water is getting heated and therefore produces the steam or hot water. That's what the intention of this waste heat recovery. That means heating of the waste, not by releasing of the heat by burning of the waste, that heat should be utilized for the heating of the inside water. Therefore, we are heat recovery is there for burning of the waste. That's what the important point is. The boilers efficiently tap into this surplus heat, covering it into useful energy like steam or water. What I told, with this heat, whether we are getting hot water or to getting the steam also by using that the heat recovered from the waste burning. By doing so, they enhance overall energy efficiency because the waste heat recovery means overall energy efficiency will be improved because that heat is not simply going to the atmosphere by giving the heat to the environment, to the surroundings. That's why the overall efficiency will be improved of the company and also reduce waste also because we are properly utilizing the waste by burning the waste instead of land contamination, instead of the land using, instead of the what is called the other environment, the consumptions and all, and contribute to more sustainable industrial environment also. Because once they reduce the waste by occupying the land, you are burning in the furnace. That heat is utilized for the getting the cold water to hot water to steam like this. Therefore, waste heat recovery is there, thereby saving the land contaminated with the industrial waste. The waste heat recovery boilers are crucial in harnessing untapped thermal energy. That means thermal energy is tapping without wasting to the environment. That is the advantage of the waste heat recovery. Fifth one is fire tube boilers. The fire tube boiler is a boiler type in which hot gas passes through fire through one or many tube. That means fire inside the tubes running through the sealed container water are known there for their straightforward design. The efficient heat transfer is there. In these boilers, hot gases pass through water tubes and creating steam for various applications. Like in this, the water inside the tube, whereas hot gases inside the tube here is in this what is called pipe tube boilers. The combustion process occurs within the tubes, surrounded by water, allowing for effective heat transfer. Therefore, the flue gases inside the tube getting heated, the heated flue gas transferred to outside the tube water. Therefore, the outside the water getting heated will get the hot water or the steam. Fire tube type boilers are commonly used due to their simplicity and reliability. They find applications in both industrial and commercial settings, providing a dependable steam source for heating and powering machinery also. Normally, fire tube boilers is less when compared to water tube boilers. Of course, of course, the fire tube boilers are also some of the areas they can use it depending upon the application, depending upon the environmental usage and all these things. Coal-fired boilers, everybody knows about it. The coal is a firing fuel burner. That means coal-fired boilers are a type of boiler that uses coal or firewood as a fuel, generating thermal energy by burning pulverized coal. These pulverized coals, you know that before getting from the coal mines, it is crushed into powder. Thereby unwanted things will be taken care of. Through the mesh, it will be mixed with other what is called the firewood. Thereby, it is called a pulverized coal. It is a blended coal we called as mixed with other fuels also. Not like just like getting from coal mines and sending to the boilers. No, it's a pulverized coal. First of all, we have to crushing into crushable size and blending with some firewood or the other what is called things to be calorific, having calorific value. That is called a pulverized coal. The coal is blown into firebox, and these boilers are usually operate 3 to 3.5% of O2, about 20% excess in air. That means we have to use the combustion air through the FD fan by heating exchangers, hot air to be supplied to the burners. Therefore, pulverized coal is burning to get the steam. In these boilers, the coal is burned to produce heat, which is then used to generate steam or hot water for heating purpose. These are the one of the applications we have to see. These are things that have to be taken care of. 20% excess air is to be used for burning the fuel, because along with that coal is also other blended, the firewood is also there. That's why we have to use the uh, uh, 3 to 3.5 oxygen levels will be there by using the 20% excess air. Actual air, oxygen is used for burning the fuel, pulverized coal. The coal-fired boilers have been widely used for years, particularly in industrial settings. Despite advancements in cleaner energy sources, coal-fired boilers remain in operation, especially in regions where coal is abundant and cost-effective. However, concerns about the environmental impact and emissions have led to the development of cleaner and more sustainable alternatives in the recent times. Because one other way we have to think that coal-fired boilers is using coal as a fuel. That means we are extracting the coal from the land. That means land resources are extracting by the industrialists. Thereby, there is a vacuum creation in the land by taking all coal mines. Therefore, the land vacuum will be there, and thereby it giving a lot of environmental imbalance is there. Though having imbalance, but there is no other go of to avoid the coal-fired boiler. That's why the government or other what is called agencies will be encouraged where the coal is abundant, available at that places, the coal-fired boilers are giving license to those industrialists. And also it is cost effective also. That means it is also a cost effective, available resources are many and easily it is available. Only the carbon dioxide which releases from the furnace is environmentally unfriendly. As you know, this is the one of the gas we can call as the greenhouse gases, where carbon dioxide is one of the greenhouse gases. Though, but there is no other go. We have to see that how much tapping of carbon dioxide to use this carbon dioxide, use this in the waste recovery boilers. Normally in the coal-fired boilers, where the carbon dioxide heat is generated from the boilers, therefore the small waste heat recovery boilers they're constructed. That's what the government is suggesting to take care of the small heat recovery boilers to take care of the carbon dioxide releases from the coal-fired boiler. That will be heat is because carbon dioxide is having the thermal energy to heat the water by using in the waste heat recovery also. Therefore, the environment will not be lead to development of the any heat by the carbon dioxide releases to the atmosphere. That's why our the concerns about the environmental impact and the emissions have lead to the development of cleaner and more sustainable alternatives in recent times, because sustainability is to be maintained. That's why the consumption of the effective usage of the coal is also very useful. That's why indigenous coal is consumption less. That's why all the industries are having focus towards the imported coal, where the calorific value is more when compared to the indigenous coal. That's why they are attracted towards the, even though cost is more, they are attracted towards the imported coal, because they have a subsidy given by the government to reduce the use of indigenous coal. Therefore, the land vacuum is also reduced by taking more coal from the lands also will be controlled. That's why these are the imbalance to be taken care of by the government and the industries also by using the imported coal, not by the indigenous coal. But where the cost effective is more, the some of the industries are not afford to maintain the imported coal, and that they have to maintain only indigenous coal. At that time, they have to balance the carbon dioxide without releasing to the atmosphere, getting the public or getting the environment surrounded by the boiler is not getting heated by creating the carbon dioxide releases. At that time, they have to construct the waste heat recovery boiler by consuming the carbon dioxide from the coal-fired boilers. It's very balancing. Therefore, they'll get the some subsidy also for the indigenous coal also, apart from the imported coal. The oil and gas boilers, everybody knows where the oil and gas are more for the abundant availability in the place. They have to use the, instead of coal-fired boilers, they have to use the oil and gas boilers. Oil and gas boilers are using heating system that use oil or natural gas as fuel to generate heat, making them to common choices for residential and industrial purpose also. Normally, this also essential for the residential as well as the in place of butane gas, in place of the cooking gas, it will be used for the oil and gas turbine. Gas also will be used in the residential purpose as well as the industrial heating needs also. These boilers function by burning the fuel to produce heat, which is then used to generate steam or water for heating the purpose. Same function is there, same application is there, but only in the fuel is oil or gas will be there in this. The oil and gas boilers are known for their efficiency and versatility, offering a reliable and convenient solution for providing warmth and hot water in various applications, catering to the various diverse requirements and different users. Because in the small things in the hotels also, not using the coal-fired boiler. They can use the sawdust boilers. They can use the oil and gas burners also. In the small hotels, also they can use the five-star or three-star hotels also. They use the small waste heat recovery boilers and oil gas boilers, but not the coal-fired boilers. That's why they can encourage the government by using this oil and gas boilers is there for the residential purpose in the sense of what. The biomass fired boilers is also important. The biomass fired boilers are the type of heating system that utilizes the organic materials such as wood pellets, agriculture residues as fuel, because as the rice straw is there, where the what is called agriculture, other agriculture things are there, where the dried up what is called the agriculture wood pellets is there, such as wood pellets as well as the eh, where the you can wooden industries are there, where the lot of what is called wastage in the wooden pieces are there. They cannot recycle into the wooden manufacturers and all. That's why they can use as a pellets, use as a fuel in the burners, in the boilers, and along with that agricultural residues as a fuel also. That is called a biomass. We can say this machine converts a biomass and industrial waste into thermal energy. That means either the biomass or the industrial waste, like a waste heat recovery, that a heat generate into thermal energy having temperature, that heat recovered. In these boilers, the biomass undergoes combustion. That means it is burning to produce heat, which is then used to generate steam or water, hot water for heating purpose. In the almost all in the hotels also, you can use this type of what is called this biomass fired boilers, where the agriculture demand is there in that area. They can use the biomass fired boilers along with the oil and gas, because this is very easily available, the fuel, and less effective, cost effective when compared to this. Let's say both are can encourage it for the getting the hot water or the steam for the heating purpose of this. Electric boilers is also another type. Electric boilers are heating systems that operate using electricity by as their primary source of power. Compact devices that use electricity to heat water without burning fossil fuels. In these boilers, electrical energy is converted into the heat, which is then used to produce steam or hot water in the for heating purpose. Easily know that simple electric boiler, we can say the hot water flask. Where the hot water flask, we giving the water getting in water putting inside and the putting plug and switch on the so that the getting water is getting heat. Hot water flask and all. That means water heater also small. But the small boilers also there by using the electrical energy, where the electrical energy is more abundantly available in the industry itself. That means some of the industries having the turbines is more. Their consumption of the fuels is by in the furnace, either coal or something is there, or biomass or waste heat recovery is there, where the power is more in the boiler is there. Instead of selling out uh, the power for the public or to the government, they can use the electrical inside in their organization for their utilization purpose also. That situation is also there in this electric boilers. Electric boilers are known for their simplicity and ease of installation, making them suitable for various applications. They're often sometimes chosen for their efficiency and cleanliness, as they produce heat without need any per consumption, because only no fuel, no water, no thing, any resources to be used like a coal-fired boilers or waste heat recovery boilers or biomass heat recovery boilers. are the coal-fired boilers and all, the industrial boilers and all, where it will be very useful for avoiding the usage of the resources, where the electricity power is more for the places in the industries. They can use the electric boilers for getting the heated of the to get the steam or hot water. Gas-fired boilers is same as oil and gas. Where this oil, why the separate is there? Gas-fired boilers only, not the combinedly oil and gas here is only gas-fired boilers, limited to gas only. There, the both. The gas-fired boilers are heating system that uses natural gas as their primary fuel source. A basic three-pass inside furnace smoke tube bottle in which the flue gas are inside the tubes and water is located outside tube within the shell. That means in the shell, there what is called three-pass inside, we can say the gas-fired boilers are heating system that use natural gas. They are the primary fuel source. That is one source is primary gas, that is natural gas. Basic three-pass inside furnace smoke tubes model in which the flue gases are in the tubes. Outside is natural gas and the water is located in the shell. Therefore, three-pass is there. That means the natural gas is passing through furnace. It is getting heated by the flue gases inside the tube, where in the shell, there is a one shell, separated shell in the three-pass, that is third pass. The water is getting heated. Therefore, the hot water will be required. That's why the three-pass inside the furnace. One is natural gas, another is flue gas, another is water shell is there. That's why it is called three-pass, that is gas-fired boilers. In this boiler type, natural gas undergoes combustion, producing heat that generates steam or hot water for heating purposes. As told, gas-fired boilers are widely adopted for their efficiency and convenience, providing reliable, warm, and residential and commercial settings also, in hotels as well as the residential purpose also, where the gobar gas boiler, gobar gas is also used in some of the states. In that, what is called the gobar gases used in the residential purpose also. They are used, recognized for their effectiveness in heating spaces and supplying hot water, making them popular choice and for various applications where natural gas is readily available in the area. That's why we have to encourage the natural gas to avoid the what we call the greenhouse gases releases to the atmosphere. Natural gas consumption is also one of the important area to taken care of the. Last but not least, oil fired. This is gas and oil and gas, whereas this is only gas, whereas this is only oil.